Join Kids Hat family. Tofu, what are you doing?
Cleaning.
No, you're not. You're just piling up the glasses and making a tower out of them.
Okay. I don't understand why we must do all the cleaning.
Oh dear, stop being so lazy, Tofu.
I am not being lazy. I just think that it is not my job to be cleaning. I don't want to get dirty again.
You know, you sound like the lazy girl.
The who?
Once upon a time, there lived an old couple. They had 2 daughters, one each from their previous marriages. But the woman behaved terribly with her husband's daughter. One day, she threw her out of the house. "Get out of this house! Go find a wealthy man and find some work in his house. Don't come back till you have earned some money." And so the girl took off. As she walked, she came upon an old dried tree.
Girl, where are you going?
I am going to look for a wealthy house to work in and earn some money.
Okay, but before you go, can you please take off the dried twigs from me?
The girl agreed and spent a long time carefully cleaning the tree of its dried sticks and twigs. Once she was done, she continued her journey. As she walked on, she came upon a vineyard. An old vine called out to her,
Girl, where are you going? Can you help me?
I am going to look for a wealthy house to work in and earn some money. But yes, I surely can help you before I go.
She carefully cleaned the vineyard and helped the old vine. Once she was done, she continued her journey. As she walked on, she saw a broken mud oven.
Young girl, what are you doing here?
I am on my way for work and earn some money.
Before you go, will you help me?
The girl agreed and set to work. She cleaned the area around the oven, got some mud ready, and fixed the oven as good as new. As she did that, she got mud and dirt all over her, but she didn't mind. Once she was done, she set on her way. As she walked, she came upon an old well. The well called out to her,
Hello, girl. Where are you going?
I am going in search for work.
Work, is it? Okay. Before you go, can you please take out my water and clean me up?
The girl happily agreed. She tirelessly emptied the well and cleaned it. Once she was done, she went back on the road. As she walked, a dirty little dog approached her.
Help! Can you please help me? I'm very dirty. Will you give me a bath, please?
Yes, why not?
The girl washed the dog and patiently cut its hair. Then she went ahead in search of work. As she walked, she came upon a beautiful house. It belonged to the fairies. She went inside.
I need a place to stay for the night. Can I please stay here? I will leave in the morning. Where are you going? I am going in search of work. If you want to work, then you can work here for a year. You can keep our house clean. It has 7 rooms. You will have to clean 6 of them, but you must never enter the 7th one.
The girl agreed. For a whole year, she worked in the fairies' home and did exactly as they told. At the end of the year, she wanted to go home.
I want to go back to my village to my parents' house. Okay, but first follow me.
She took her to a room full of silver and gold coins.
You should sleep here on these silver and gold coins. The coins that get stuck on you will belong to you and you can take them with you.
The girl did as told. She spent the night sleeping over the coins. Many gold and silver coins got stuck to her body. When morning came, she said her goodbyes and left for her home. As she was walking, the little dog that she had helped came to her.
Come on with me. Come with me.
The girl went with it. The dog took her to a place with piles of diamonds and pearls.
Take as much as you want.
The girl took as much as she wanted and left. As she walked, she reached the well that she had cleaned.
Come, girl, you must be thirsty. Have some of my water.
Thank you very much. I am very thirsty.
The girl satisfied her thirst and walked on. She reached the mud oven that she had fixed. She saw many delicious foods there. The oven offered her to eat whatever she wanted. She ate some and packed some for the rest of her journey. She walked on ahead. Then she reached the vineyard.
Dear girl, come, have some wine.
The girl drank some delicious wine and walked on towards her home. She now came upon the tree. It was full of delicious fruits.
Hello again, dear girl. Here, you can take as much fruit as you want.
The girl ate some delicious fruits and packed some to take home with her. Then she got on her way again. Soon she reached home. The house rooster saw her coming and called out, "The mistress is home! Look how much gold and gems she's brought with her!" This made the mother very angry.
What nonsense! This is nothing. Now wait and see how much my daughter will earn.
The mother now sent her own daughter to find work and earn a lot of money. The girl started her journey and soon came upon the tree, which was once again dry.
Girl, where are you going?
I am going to look for a wealthy house to work in and earn some money.
Okay, but before you go, can you please take off the dried twigs from me?
No, I don't want to spoil my soft, pretty hands picking the dry sticks of you. The girl walked on and came upon the vineyard. The old vine called out to her,
Girl, where are you going? Can you help me?
I have to go find work and earn money. I have no time to help you.
The girl once again went on her way till she came upon the broken mud oven.
Dear girl, can you please help me?
I don't want to get dirty in the mud. I can't help you.
And again the girl refused to help and moved on. She now approached the well.
I need help. Can you please clean me?
I have to go and find work. Cleaning you will tire me and I don't want to get tired.
The girl hurried away from the well. As she did so, the little dirty dog approached her.
I've become so dirty. Can you please give me a bath and do something about my hair, please?
Ah, no. If I touch you, I will become dirty. Look at those dirty flies in your hair.
And so the girl ignored the dog's plea and went on her way. After some time, she came upon the fairy's house. She went in.
I need a place to stay for the night. Can I stay here?
Where are you going?
I am going in search of work.
If you want, you can work here for a year. There are 7 rooms in this house. You will have to clean 6 of them, and you must never, never enter the 7th room. The girl agreed and started working for the fairies. For a few days, she did as told. But one day, she decided to sneak into the 7th room. The room was dark, but she went in anyway. As soon as she entered it, the door closed behind her. And bugs and insects of a variety attacked and bit her everywhere. She ran out of the room hurt and bleeding. I told you never to enter the 7th room. I will not stay here another moment. I am leaving. The girl took to the road running. Her hair dirty, hands, legs, and face bleeding and bruised. She came upon the little dog and asked for help.
Please help me.
You never helped me. Why should I help you now?
The dog barked at her and chased her away. She ran till she reached the old well. She was thirsty with all the running. She quickly tried to reach in for a cup of water, but the well took away all its waters.
When I asked you for help, you refused. I cannot help you now. Go away.
Disappointed, the girl went back on the road. She kept walking on till she saw the mud oven. Delicious and tempting foods lay over. Hungry, the little girl reached out to one of the pies to eat it, but the oven started throwing flames out and the girl couldn't reach the food.
You refused to help me when I needed your help. I will not help you now. Go away.
The girl continued her journey home. She was very thirsty, hungry, and tired. She reached the vineyard, hoping she will get some wine. She reached out, but the old vine did not let her touch anything. The girl was forced to leave the vineyard and go on. She now reached the tree. It was full of delicious, yummy fruits. She tried to pluck one.
Hold it. You didn't want to spoil your hands when I needed your help. You cannot have any of my fruits now. Go away.
The girl walked to her home. As she approached the house, the rooster saw her. The mistress has come home covered in blood and dirt.
What? How is that possible?
The woman saw her beloved daughter in her poor state. she turned to her husband. I agree, my daughter didn't earn any money. Your daughter earned everything. But the man was so upset with the woman's terrible behavior towards his daughter that he threw her and her lazy daughter out of his house.
I get a feeling that being lazy can be fun for now, but bad for later.
I wonder what made you change your mind, Tofu?
Well, let's just say all this work around here.
Dia, you recite so many stories to me that are full of morals, but you have never recited your favorite story to me. Which one is it?
Tofu, that's true. I haven't yet recited my favorite story to you. Would you want to listen to one of my favorite stories?
Yeah.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there lived a widow with her only son, named Jack. Their times were really hard, and they were living in poverty for long. Jack was too young to work and earn money. All their house furniture and other belongings were sold off to carry on with their basic daily needs. Until at last they were left with a cow, who used to give milk every day, and that they used to sell off in the market to buy bread. One day, the poor old cow didn't give any milk. That's when Jack suggested his mother.
I think we should sell off this cow and get a good return in bargain.
So Jack left to sell off the cow in the market. On the way, he met a butcher.
Oh, where are you going, Jack?
I'm going to the market to sell off this cow for a good bargain.
Oh, why take the trouble to go that far? I have a very good deal for you.
He took out 5 strange-looking beans from his pocket and handed them to Jack. Jack looked little hazed as to what kind of good bargain it is.
Oh my God! They are so beautiful! What do you call these?
Beans, magical beans. If you plant them overnight, by the next morning, they will grow up and reach the sky.
Wow! Mother would be so happy to see them. Thank you, Mr. Butcher.
And off went Jack happily to his mother and showed her the magical beans. But to his disappointment, she only got angry at him and shouted,
Off you go to bed right away.
She threw the beans outside the kitchen window and into the backyard and went off to her bed, crying and weeping. The next morning, when Jack woke up, he saw outside his window, and to his surprise, he saw a great beanstalk reaching up to the sky.
Oh my God! This beanstalk is so huge! I need to climb this up to see where it leads to.
He climbed up and up and up till his home looked a mere spot on the ground. At last, the stalk ended and Jack found himself in a completely different place. But suddenly, a beautiful lady appeared and said,
Hello, Jack. You don't know me, but I know you and everything about you. The castle you see there belongs to a giant who stole all your father's money and killed him. Your mother had kept this secret from you to protect you. He owes you, Jack.
The lady disappeared in thin air. Jack kept standing there and thinking.
He surely owes me and my family.
Far away, where the road ended, he could see a huge castle. He went up to the castle and knocked on the huge door. A giant woman opened the door. She looked scary and howled at Jack. "What do you want?"
If you please, ma'am, would you kindly give me some breakfast? I haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
The giant woman, though looked cruel and ugly, had a kind heart and offered Jack a huge plate of English breakfast, but warned him, "You must finish quickly before my giant husband comes back and eats you." Then suddenly there was a huge knock on the door, and the wife picked up Jack and hid him in a huge empty kettle. As the door opened, the giant entered and roared,
Fee, fee, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
"Nonsense! You're mistaken. It's the ox hide you smell." So he sat down at the table and ate the ox that his wife had served him as breakfast. After he finished, he asked his wife,
Get me my money bags.
He started counting his money, but he was so sleepy that he slept on the table. The whole room was roaring with his snore. Jack, taking an opportunity of this time, got out of the kettle, picked up the money bags, and ran towards the door. Before the giant woke up, he climbed down the beanstalk and to his cottage, and did not look back even once. He took a sigh of relief and ran to his mother.
Mother, look what I got. We are rich now.
The mother and the son lived quite comfortably. Till one afternoon, when his mother was away, he decided to go up to the giant's castle and see what was happening there. So he climbed up the beanstalk and reached the castle. There, standing at the door, he saw the giant's wife again. But she didn't recognize him because he was dressed impeccably this time.
If you please, ma'am,
He said,
will you give me some breakfast?
Run away, you little boy. Last time a boy came, he stole my husband's money bags.
But since she was kind-hearted, she offered Jack breakfast. At that very moment, the giant knocked on the door, and quickly she hid Jack in the oven. The giant entered and roared,
Fee, fee, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
But the giant's wife once again assured him that he is mistaken and offered him his huge breakfast to eat. After eating his food, he asked his wife,
Get me my golden hen.
The wife got the hen, and the giant roared in his voice,
Lay!
That very moment, the hen laid a golden egg, and Jack was left amazed with what he saw. No sooner he saw the giant slipping into his deep sleep, and once again he came out of the oven, picked up the hen, and ran for the door. In the meanwhile, the hen began to cackle. The voice made the giant move a little, but he kept sleeping. Jack climbed down the stalk and went straight to his mother and gave her the golden hen. The mother and the boy were so rich that they had money greater than even what they could spend. One day, he was sitting idle. The thought of the beanstalk crossed his mind again, and he decided to climb it. No sooner he was at the castle, but this time he decided not to be seen and climbed the kitchen wall of the castle and hid himself in the oven. In came the giant, roaring louder than ever.
Fee, fee, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
But the giantess was quite sure that she had seen no little boy that morning, and after grumbling a great deal, the giant sat down for breakfast. As soon as he got over with his breakfast, he called out to his wife,
Bring me my harp! Sing!
ordered the giant. Soon the harp started singing the most beautiful sounds ever heard, and no sooner the giant fell off into his deep sleep. Jack, who was waiting for this moment, got out of the oven and climbed the table to grab the harp. But as soon as he started running off with it, the harp started shouting, Master! Master! The giant woke up just in time to catch the sight of Jack running out of the kitchen door. With a fearful roar, he saw Jack running with the harp and dashed after him. Little Jack ran as fast as he could, while holding the harp tightly in his hands. The giant, taking terribly long strides, gained on Jack, and he would have been caught if Giant had not slipped over a boulder. Before he could pick himself up, Jack began to climb down the beanstalk, and when the giant arrived at the edge, he was nearly halfway to the cottage. The giant began to climb down too, but as soon as Jack saw him coming, he called out, Mother, bring an axe! The widow hurried out with the chopper. Jack had no sooner reached the ground than he cut the beanstalk right in two. Down came the giant with a terrible crash, and that, you may be sure, was the end of him. But the mother had a very important advice for Jack.
Jack, what the giant did to your father was bad, but you should not have been so greedy. He reaped what he sowed, but greed is also a bad deed.
Jack agreed to his mother and promised to never be greedy again, and they lived happily ever after.
Wow, Tia, that was such an adventurous story.
Yeah, Tofu, and do you know why it was my favorite story?
No? Tell me.
The story was about a brave boy who wanted to fight against poverty, and in a way, he got a chance to take revenge of his father too. But in the process, he forgot that harming the giant again and again was not ethical, and stealing from the giant's house was also against his morals.
Oh, that's quite a heavy thought for my little brain.
Ha ha ha! Let's go. We are late for dinner. Mom must be waiting. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hat family. Subscribe here.